Oh, shit.
Well, hey, man, I didn't expect you to show up. How you doing? Oh, really? It sort of sounds like a personal problem. Maybe you need to go see a doctor, get a shot or something, you know? Anyway, have you been over to audibletrial.com/jumbled and checked out one of the 180,000 titles that they have available for you to choose from? Well, what better time is there than now when you are completely shut in your house and have nobody to talk to but a microphone? Please don't leave.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Jumbled, your favorite podcast about nothing. I'm Zach.
I'm Jonny.
Ugh, I can't even say it, man, you know?
Nope, you cannot.
Can't even say it. Jonny, I'm starting to get a little stir crazy, my man.
Oh my god. Dude, me too. Week 1.5.
Yeah.
We are 1.5 weeks into quarantine.
Yeah.
And I'm fucking losing my mind.
Is Canada doing the same thing that, like, we just implemented in Kansas City a 30-day stay-at-home?
30-day stay at home?
Yeah.
No, nothing official like that.
Okay. Yeah, Kansas City just said, hey, 30-day stay.
Not for 30 days. I shouldn't say 30 days. We've officially closed all non-essential business.
Yeah. Well, and that's what I'm saying. Like, there's you can
but
still
they said
go
30 days. Ours is like, I don't know.
Oh, they just said for the foreseeable future.
Yeah.
Just until everything blows over. It's just weird, dude.
How have you been spending your time?
Working and cycling through laundry, just like everybody who works from home would be doing.
How you liking working from home?
I actually like it a lot. I prefer it. Being introverted as I am,
Do you feel you're as productive? Or more so? Or?
Yeah, definitely. Especially if the kids don't come running around, you know, I can actually sit down and focus on. I think it's different for other people, but especially like in IT, if you have like projects and stuff like that you're trying to do, somebody will come up with their issue and they will jump all measures that you've put in place to handle dealing with their issue, like a ticketing system or whatever, emails even. Like, people will just sort of bust in and interrupt whatever project you're in the middle of.
Yeah, I guess they can't do that now.
Yeah, they can. Well, at least not face to face. They can send me Skype messages, but I've been a lot better, especially working from home, at being like, hey, put a ticket in, because I can't just drop everything, you know. And
I have 15 of you.
Yeah, if that, or, you know, if I'm lucky if it's 15. You know, we've had it hasn't been awful for, you know, remote workers putting in tickets or whatever, but just like anything, people don't take the steps that you put in place. Like, before we shut the office down, we were having like trainings and stuff like that to teach people how to utilize some things that they might need to know. And of course,
real question.
Nobody showed up. Let me just finish that. Like,
oh, sorry.
Some people showed up to the trainings, but a lot of people didn't.
No one wants to go to IT training, Zach. We want you, just a personal you, whenever we need you.
Yeah, but that's the problem. Is when you need us, we're not available.
Yeah, because there needs to be more of you. That's all I'm saying.
1-to-1.
I want 1-to-1 IT support. Okay, real question.
Yeah.
How fucking infuriating is it when people don't submit a ticket and just go directly to you?
I mean, it's pretty frustrating for certain, and I try not to show it because I try to keep professional view of myself, but I don't want to be viewed as an asshole or something like that, but still.
Yeah, that's fair. Do you have special clients that you do allow to call you directly?
Well, I think basically anybody that gets a pass would be somebody like a partner in the firm or something like that. They go straight to the front of the line. Like, it doesn't matter. A lot of them still put a ticket in, but like that's sort of one of those things where you see a partner ticket come in and everything else just sort of gets put on the back burner. Yeah.
But you've never like directly told someone who wasn't a partner, like, "Hey, I like you. Get at me if you need help."
No, not specifically.
Would you ever do that?
Not really. I mean, I'm okay with my coworkers. Like, I don't dislike them, but it's not like anybody who I'd be like, "Oh, bro, you did me a solid,"
How big is your company?
They're about 175 of us. So
I'm a little bit afraid that I'm that guy, Zach.
You're afraid of the guy that just sort of jumps line?
No, yeah, I just fucking
go
call
right
the IT guy directly.
Yeah, and
But
there are measures put in
is...
place for you to put tickets in and stuff.
Yeah. I have people that will do my tickets for me, Zach.
Well, but they don't do them. You just
no, I just say fuck it. I'm gonna call. His name is Mark. And part of it though is I've been having an ongoing issue with my work computer, and they keep doing different things to fix it, and it like is incrementally better for a couple weeks, then it just shits the bed again.
Yeah.
So and I'm like, fine, you're ruining my day. If it takes me an hour to start my fucking computer in the morning, so I have to keep resetting it because it crashes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fucking call you. I
mean, I get that.
Upper, middle, lower management, okay?
Which part are you? Upper, middle, lower. That specific part.
Yeah. It's the lower end of upper middle management.
Okay. I gotcha, I think. I probably don't. No, there are definitely people that no matter how many times you tell them to submit a ticket, they'll still come back at you. It's the same thing. Like,
he did one time say, like, he helped me a couple times, like, hey, you need to submit a new ticket. And then he said, for tracking so that we can justify getting you new tech. And I was like, okay. And then all I do is I lean to the side of my desk and I go, Wendy, can you do IT ticket for me? And then she does it.
So what's the process in doing a ticket? Just so I know how much of a lazy piece of shit you are for having somebody else do your ticket.
I honestly don't even know.
It's probably just an email, right?
I think we have an IT phone number we can call to do one, or it's just an email. I think I don't know. I don't know. I actually don't know if I've ever created a ticket at my current workplace. I think that maybe I've once opened up an email and then like clicked view ticket and then like made me submit a new ticket, and maybe I did that once, but I could be confusing that with a different workplace. Typically when I have IT issues, I have a few people that I can link or just holler at.
Okay. All right, man. Well,
I'm a lazy piece of shit is what I'm saying.
This podcast just changed. This podcast just changed. I think probably for the worse.
Why?
Because now I view you in a totally different light now.
But I'm getting better. I am actively trying to be better in creating tickets.
I'm proud of you, dude.
Yeah.
Always try to be better. And that's what I try to say too is,
but hey, I like friends, Zach. You know that. I like having a guy. I need a guy. Like, it drives Allie nuts, but like anytime we're doing something or we're somewhere or we're with someone and be like, oh, I need this thing. I'll be like, oh, I got that. I got a guy for that thing.
Oh, okay.
And Allie's like, how do you have all these guys? And this is why. I find someone who does a good job and I'm like, you are now my guy and I will do anything I can to keep you my guy. Just tell me what you want. Like if Mark was like, "Yo, man, it's really busy here. I'd be happy to hook you up, but like I need some Red Bulls." I would fucking send him a flat of Red Bulls just to be my guy.
There you go. So you're willing. You're not.
It's a two-way
It's not
street,
below.
Zach.
It's not below you to bribe people into being your guy.
No, not at all. That's called a friendship, Zach. Friendships are just long-term back and forth bribery.
Yeah. Hey, thanks for sending that $200 to me this week again, so you could be on the podcast. Appreciate
I
it.
mean, there's different ways, right? But it's an
No.
investment. It's a give and take.
No, yeah, I know. I don't have guys because I don't talk to people. So that's my thing.
Yeah, I mean, you're pretty introverted, right?
Right.
And I am naturally introverted, but I just have the ability. Well, I have to like turn on the extrovert,
Mm-hmm. Same.
and then I get real tired.
Dude.
Allie kind of laughs too. Like, she'll come to some work events,
Mm-hmm.
and I will be like talking to people and networking, connecting with my guys, sometimes
Right.
girls.
Right.
Not sexist here. And then we get home, and I'm just like, bull. And Allie's just like, how do you do that?
Is she naturally?
Oh yeah, super introverted. Are you kidding me?
Alias.
Oh my god, yeah.
So she
Like-
can't even put on an extrovert face.
It's tough. Like bringing her to work events, I have to be like, hey, you need to fake it here. Allie does
Right.
not have a poker face, which I
Right.
love about her. She does not lie. She's very straightforward.
Right.
But all of those things, when you receive them from someone you've never met before, can be off-putting.
Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Right? So I have to be like, hey, someone might say something stupid. Just smile.
Yeah.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. No, she's really good. She humors me, and she does put a good effort in, but she is naturally very introverted, so like
Yeah.
I know that it's not always the most exciting thing, or she'll like it for a little bit, but if it's a work event, I have to be there for like 4 hours,
Sure.
which, if I'm being honest, 4 hours of anything is really fucking long.
Sure. Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. As everybody could probably tell from previous podcasts, my wife is very much extroverted.
Isn't it weird how we do that? Like, I think everyone I know who are couples, almost all of them, I would bet, like, are opposites.
Yeah, there is something to that opposites attract sort of thing. I don't know if it's
You think it's balance? Is it just like a balance thing?
it may be a balance thing, but maybe I think when you're looking for somebody to sort of be with, you're looking for somebody who can bring something out of you, you know?
I like it. I think I look at it as like someone who will better me
Yeah.
and will challenge or push me to, better myself, or, do something outside of my comfort zone. And
Right.
Allie definitely does that.
Yeah. Yeah, she seems like an adventurous person.
Yeah, and can hold a conversation. We I meant to write it down because you would have just died. We got into a very philosophical conversation
Mm-hmm.
at dinner the other day about something so fucking dumb, but we went real deep with it. And then I
Yeah.
just like had this moment where I was like, we're just sitting at the table for like an hour and a bit,
Yeah, just talking.
but like debating,
Yeah.
not debating, but like, I can't even remember what it was. I meant to write it down because you would have laughed at it. Was such a silly thing.
Yeah.
But those are the things that I like, like Allie pushes me to be smarter.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Well, and that's
I don't know what I push her to do. I'm a bad influence.
I don't know. I don't know, man.
You know what I've given Allie in this relationship? An
Huh.
addiction to League of Legends.
Oh, there you go. And I'm sure she thanks you every day for it, huh?
Yeah. Well, you know what's been kind of funny about that game? Because I played it for maybe a year before she played it, and it took me a while to get her into it.
Yeah.
And now we've been playing her and I have been playing together for, I want to say, 5 years.
Wow.
Yeah, 5 years. And I'm not ashamed to admit, I think she's actually better than me.
She's better than you at League of Legends?
I think so.
You created a monster.
I literally created a monster because she decimates people and is ruthless.
Yeah.
Last night we were playing and she was really big,
Mm-hmm.
and she was just like walking up to like 2 other enemy characters at once, was like, I'm just gonna kill these guys, and then just killed them. And then she just left. Like, it was like pointless killing. It was like killing just to kill. I was like, oh, okay. You do you, sweetie.
Yeah.
Just BMing people so hard. I love it.
We scooped up a few like some board games and a puzzle and stuff like that for, you know, stocking up.
My Allie does a lot of puzzles. My favorite thing to do when she does puzzles is I always try and solve one piece.
Oh,
Did I tell you this?
No.
I always try and solve one piece so that I can say I helped her, and or that we did a puzzle. Or people come over and be like, "Wow, that's a great puzzle." I'll be like, "Yeah, Allie and I did it." She'll be like, "No, you didn't." I'm like, "Did I not do a piece?" And
Yeah.
sometimes
Dude,
I'm
I
either
like that.
so lazy, or like I'll be too lazy, or I just can't find a fucking piece, and I'll just like remove one of her pieces
And put it
and
back.
shuffle it around so I know where it is, and then put it back, and I'll be like, "Did it?" She's like, "Fuck you."
So you guys frame your puzzles?
I hate puzzles. No, but like sometimes Allie will leave them on the table for a while. Or
Oh,
she'll be
gotcha.
working. You know, she did one that was really cool. It was a space themed one. She did it in, you know, one afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
But then sometimes she'll do it like over 2 weeks, just like little bit by little bit.
Yeah. How many pieces in your puzzles? That's the main question.
I've been getting really good at the 5-piece puzzles.
Yeah, those are my jam, dude. Corner, middle.
Yeah,
Right?
good to go. No, Allie does like 1,000.
Yeah. So
I don't-
she's not
I mean,
getting
that-
crazy with like 5,000 or 7,500 or whatever.
I don't know. All her puzzles are back here. I should take a look.
There's like some really crazy ones. Whenever I think of puzzles, I always think when I was younger, I got this 3D puzzle,
Mm-hmm.
and it was the globe. You know, it was the
Oh yeah, I remember those.
yeah.
I maybe have gotten one, maybe not. I don't know,
Yeah.
but I feel like it's something that I never would have done.
I finished it, I remember, but somehow it got just destroyed, and I don't remember how. But I was so proud of it because I
3D
like put
puzzles were really popular for a while.
yeah, I put it all together. It was great. You know, everything was great, and then it must have been my brother or sister like threw something and it hit it or something. That's what siblings do. You know, you just fuck up each other's stuff, and
Hey, I saw that your brother had a baby.
he did.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Yeah. I haven't been down there yet to see little Luke, but I will be doing that soon. I need to finalize some plans, obviously, with this quarantine stuff. You know, and with the baby being so young, it's a harsh world right now to be you know, out and about and not knowing if you've got something. Like, obviously I haven't been tested, and I don't want to bring that into any atmosphere where somebody could get hurt. So like even Joe and I haven't hung out or seen each other
really?
since all this stuff.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know what? That makes sense, I guess.
I mean, his baby's 9 months, but you know, I just don't. I'm trying to keep the distance, you know, trying to stay home as much as I can, you know.
I was so bummed not being there last weekend.
I know, dude.
Although Nikki and I spent approximately 7 hours or something on
Video chat
together.
Yeah.
It wasn't 7. I guess I had to do a couple meetings that she
Sure.
didn't have to do. But it was pretty funny because we were just messaging back and forth.
The entire time, yeah. Yeah. That's
Speaking of quarantine crazy, I'm like have just been diving deep into the bike and trying like
Yeah.
anything I can do to distract my mind and my body now that I'm not working out nearly as much.
Yeah.
Saturday I I had a pretty funny moment. So I was like kind of off and on with it, finishing painting the tank and some other stuff. Cleaning the carbs, cleaned and rebuilt a set of carbs, and then noticed that one of the springs on the spare set that I had was a little sticky. I know you don't give a shit about this. I'm sorry.
Keep going.
Was a little sticky, and then I was like, oh, do I want to replace this? It's like a coil, like it's gonna be really a pain in the ass. It's like a wire spring.
Right.
And then I was like, well, I guess I'll just pull the carbs off of the motor now because I don't plan on running it again for a little while. So I'll just pull the carbs off that one, and I'll do those ones. So then I clean and rebuilt those.
Mm-hmm.
It was pretty exciting. And then I was like, okay, I'm good. And then I went inside, hung out with Allie until about 10. We were playing League, 9:30, 10. And I was like,
Sure.
I don't really want to play anymore. I'm going to go and, and check on the bike, on the paint, the last coat of primer, or of clear coat, sorry. So then I was in the garage, and I was like sitting, chilling, looking at it. Kind of cleaned up my tools a little bit, did some things. And then it was like all of a sudden 1:30.
Oh, shit, yeah.
And I was like, holy fuck. And the only reason why I realized it was Allie texted me. She's like, hey, I'm going to bed. Are you coming? And I was like, yeah. I'm just gonna finish this like one thing. And I like put a couple like things away. And then I'm sitting looking at the bike. I'm like, man, the frame is really dirty. I need to clean this. Like, I want to scrub the whole bike down, right?
Yeah.
And it's been on my to-do list. And I was like, oh, I should do it at some point. I was kind of planning it for this weekend coming up. And I took a rag that I had in my hand, and I just like wiped the top of the frame. And was like, oh, that looks pretty good. I should do a little bit more. Until I came to, and it was 4 a.m.
Oh my God, dude.
And I'm on my back with this bike like completely disassembled, and I'm scrubbing it with like a little wire brush like in between the fins on the engine, like trying to clean out all the grime and dust and oil.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so I stayed up until 5 a.m. on Saturday working on the bike.
Holy shit, dude. I mean, I guess on the weekends you have a little bit more liberty to do things like that, but
yeah, here's the thing about my body is it won't sleep past 7.
So you only got 2 hours of sleep that night?
I managed to squeeze to like 8.
Oh, okay.
And then, yeah, so I got like 3 hours of sleep.
Yeah.
And I would say the last hour wasn't really that great of sleep. It was like kind of, half asleep. I don't know if you get that.
Yeah.
It was just a really restless. I was constantly trying to fall asleep, but sort of asleep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Sunday was a hard day.
Yeah. I even working from home, I'm still like trudging down the stairs at like 7:55. Like I'm still like, I set my alarm for 6:45, thinking I'll get up, I'll get some breakfast, whatever. But it's still like, my 6:45 alarm goes off, my 7 o'clock alarm goes off. I even set a 7:30 alarm the other day, and it wakes me up at 7:30. Usually that one is the one that sort of just gets me, keeps me up just out of necessity. And then it's nice being able to just roll out of bed and not have to do fucking bullshit to get ready and go. I will say this.
Do you shower and change? I heard that that's like a really important thing to do when you're working from home, is to like actually shower and put proper clothes on so that you are like in the right mind frame to work, instead of like going to your PJs because you're just like, ugh, I'm in my PJs.
No, I don't do that. And yet, I always value. I value comfort over anything, and I'm more productive if I'm able to be comfortable.
Do you guys have to do video chat at all? Like, do you have video meetings?
We had one yesterday. We have a weekly meeting, but honestly, I don't have many other meetings other than my one a week, and then it's just probably a 15-20 minute meeting, and then I don't have to look anything. I don't have to look sharp or anything like that. It's just the IT guys.
Yeah,
we don't.
You guys are. just IT.
We don't have client interaction or anything like that, so we just sort of fucking do whatever.
We've been really pushing the video meetings, which I was originally really annoyed with, but now that I'm getting fucking stir crazy and I miss talking to people, I like them. I like them a lot. And I would say, you know, we had a all staff meeting that was done on video, which actually went really well. And there were a few people who were kind of business casual. I sure as hell ain't going to be business casual.
Yeah.
And then there were a couple people with like polos, some people with like t-shirts or like not like a hoodie, not like this kind of sweater, but like a nicer sweater.
Yeah.
Or like a cardigan and stuff. Like it was pretty chill. And then there were people who were like in their PJs.
Yeah.
And like a hoodie, or one person participated in the meeting laying down on her couch.
Why not, dude? That, you know what? That person is your best employee. Because they know what they're doing. They know what's up.
She don't give a fuck.
That they know what's up. If you're working from home, the whole reason people enjoy working from home is because they can be comfortable. Why would I get up an hour ahead of time, clean up my shaving, fucking gel my hair, throw on a button up, just so I can sit in front of a monitor? And honestly, I don't talk to enough people for it to be justified for me to do that. Now, if I'm in the office, I put on the game face and I'll wear a button up or whatever, and it's business casual, so you can wear jeans and stuff in the office. So
you're half comfy.
I'm half comfy, but here at the house, dude, I'm full comfy. I don't even have to, like, honestly, I don't even have to talk to people on the phone most of the time.
I'm not gonna lie to you, Zach. I had to put like real pants on today, not jeans, but not quite dress pants, like an in between.
Right.
For the first
slacks.
time.
Yeah, some slacks.
Yeah, I hate slacks. Just seems so wrong. They were like maybe just really, really nice dark jeans.
Gotcha. Okay.
Anyways, I had to go meet a donor to pick up a check. And so I like got up and showered and like shaved.
And that makes sense, yeah.
And I was putting on these like nice denim weird khaki dress pant things.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, this feels weird. I haven't put these on in like a week and a half. Like,
yeah.
And they're not even, it wasn't even a suit. It was just like decent pair of jeans. And I wore jeans when I was in the garage, but otherwise I've been in sweatpants. I even did that all staff meeting. I mean, I just had a t-shirt on.
Yeah.
It's like I'm going comfy.
Yeah, absolutely. And why not? Like, we had
I mean, it wasn't a graphic t-shirt. It was a nice like plain tee, but you know.
Sure. Our you know, and it's no knock on anybody who wants to do that for a mindset or whatever, but like our managing partner at the firm, he's been sending out like video messages to the staff or whatever.
Oh, that's good.
And saying like, hey, this is where we are. This is what's going on. And he's been, all of his videos have been him like at his house, but he's still wearing like his button up, and he was wearing his jacket in one of his videos. But it's like, man, that's a lot of work to just sit.
He ain't wearing pants.
But honestly, yeah. Honestly, somebody like him, he's probably in 6, 7, 8 meetings a day, you know, like he's seen frequently, and he's sort of the face of a company. Yeah. Yeah.
If my meetings are internal, I mean, I have a meeting with the executive team tomorrow, and I'll probably put pants in a polo on or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, otherwise I'm wearing like a t-shirt or a cardigan and sweatpants, but no one sees my pants, so I'm gonna be that guy that's gonna have a button-up shirt and then sweatpants.
Yeah, and as soon as the meeting ends, you just rip it off.
I'm gonna do that tomorrow just to drive Allie nuts because she's working next to me.
She's gonna see it.
She's gonna be so annoyed.
Oh, dude.
Oh, fuck
Dude, working from home, it's pretty awesome. And I'm hoping that, if I do a good enough job working from home and I'm able to show that I'm able to do just as much from home as I am in the office, that I'll be able to
You think they'll do that?
work,
that's one of the
more
interesting.
remotely.
Yeah, that's one of the interesting things coming out of the quarantine and the virus is like people or companies realizing now, like, hey, actually, this person could work from home.
Yeah.
It will save me money, and they're really productive. Maybe we should do that.
Yeah, it'll save them tons of money. Like I'm thinking, okay, you move IT to remote, right? We're just taking up space in the office. Honestly, the only time we really need to be there is to fix a computer or to flip something on or turn some, or do some general maintenance on our infrastructure. But otherwise, why can't I, work mostly remote, and then if I have to come in the office once every 2 weeks or something like that to fix a hardware issue or whatever, then that's what I'll do. But I think there will be something that comes out of it that we're leveraging so much technology and video conferencing and all these online tools and platforms and stuff like that, which we already had. We were in place of trying to push that, but this quarantine has sort of expedited it. It's sort of pushed it along a little bit quicker than I think the timeline was for everything else. So I think that can only help me, but we'll see. I just know that I would love to work mostly from home. That would be great.
How much time do you save on your commute?
I mean, I commute in total. I commute an hour a day. On a good day. I mean, if I'm not hitting traffic, I can get there in 25 minutes. But if it's traffic there and traffic back, I easily could spend, an hour and a half, 2 hours in traffic.
Yeah, that's a long time. An hour is not too bad, like, 20 to 30 minutes each way.
Yeah.
I had another question for you, but it's gone.
Weird, dude.
Oh,
just
no, I have no
disappeared.
idea why that would happen.
Yeah, nobody's heard your little long pauses and your
I have breathing issues.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I have some news. I have betrayed Bubbly and I have moved on to Ahas.
Uh-huh. Oh.
Aha.
You're not doing the bubblies anymore, huh? Your blurry background's fucking you over right now, dude.
I know.
I couldn't even read that label till you got it right up on.
I know.
So what's the difference between Aha and bubbly?
I would say that Ahas are maybe a little bit more sweeter, like a little bit more flavorful, I think.
Okay.
But they're cheaper.
And
they have just different flavors. I think that's the big push for me right now. I've been drinking bubbly since it first came out, and yeah, they've diversified a bit, but
yeah,
I'm getting a little tired of lime and grapefruit.
Yeah.
And orange even. The strawberry one's not bad. The new ones are pretty decent.
Yeah.
But like Aha has this weird one. It's like watermelon cucumber. I'm like, well, all right, like let's give this a go. This one's blueberry pomegranate. Like, there's some good fusions.
Here you go, man. Yeah, blueberry pomegranate sounds delicious.
It is.
It's the tropics in your mouth, dude. Hey guys, let's get right to it because the coronavirus is coming for all of us and we don't have time. So I want to get this out before I die. The audiobook that we are going to cover this month, for the month of March, is Wanderlust USA by Flula Borg. In the zany, eye-opening, and delightful 6-part audio series, Flula travels the breadth of the United States in search of its coveted and weirdest pastimes to learn more about the country and to better understand what drives people to these cultural events. His adventures include experiencing the famed Iditarod dog sledding race in Alaska, partying up during the U.S. Open of surfing in California, donning Elvis studs for Elvis Week in Mississippi,
and portraying a Minuteman at Lexington's famous Revolutionary War reenactment. Fluleborg, if you guys don't know, Fluleborg has been on Conan several times. He's a YouTube personality. He's German-born, but he's a big fan of America and all things American, and he's a funny dude. So if this is something that sounds interesting to you, go ahead and go pick that up. If something else would tickle your fancy a little bit better, hey, Audible has about 180,000 other titles that you can choose from. So you're guaranteed, and that is a jumbled promise to find something out there, especially in the erotica section, all you perverts, that you can listen to and enjoy. Let us know what you're listening to. Thank you, Audible. And thank you guys for supporting Audible and for also supporting the podcast. And speaking of the podcast, I think there's more of it coming.
Mm-hmm.
So there's been completely switching it up. I'm happy for you and your ahas, by the way. I just want to point that out. I was recently invited to this group on Facebook, and it's called like Quarantine Chugs or something like that. Basically, it's just like made for people who worked in like the bar industry or whatever. Like, I don't work in the bar industry, but you know, my wife every once in a while would pick up at the bar.
Mm-hmm.
And so I guess somebody invited me, who knows her and knows me, mutual friend, whatever. And so all these people are like, oh man, I'm struggling real hard, and you know, I'm missing the bar scene. And I'm like, I haven't like actually been to a bar to drink and God knows how long. It's been so long.
Mm-hmm.
I think
I miss our bar, in our neighborhood bar, but only because they have really good pizzas and wings and basically free shuffleboard.
There you go.
But we don't really go there to like drink. We go there to eat and hang out.
Right. I think there's a lot of that. It's just socializing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And me being who I am, I'm not really, it's never really been a high priority thing, you know, ever being in a crowded area or being in a party scene or whatever. It's just never been something, you know.
We had to push you so hard back in university.
Yeah, you know, I wish I could be different sometimes. But...
No, man. So here's the thing, that sometimes part, that's where you can, like, being an extrovert is a trained skill. Not like 100% this is me.
Mm-hmm.
So if there is, like, if you truly want to be different, you can teach yourself how to be that way.
Sure. But
you have to want it, right?
Right. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, but I was invited to this group, and everybody seems to be having a harder time than I am, and I sort of feel guilty about it. Like,
don't feel guilty, man. Live it up.
No, it's like I think this is the moment I've waited for, you know? I hate to say that I'm benefiting so much when people aren't, but
you're like hitting your stride at work and like you're just like, fuck yeah, everything is great.
It's all falling into place. I'm rocking it. I'm knocking things out.
How do you feel about all the Instagram like challenges now of like see 10, do 10 and like push-ups? Have you seen that?
Well, actually, I think my sister had something in her Instagram story. But
how is she doing? Are you gonna keep going?
I'm good. I think the connection's breaking up. I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's what that was.
Johnny, I can't hear you, Johnny. I don't know what's being said right now. Johnny, stop hitting on my sister on the podcast. You said, "How's she doing?" And then the biggest grin. You look like the Cheshire Cat, dude. You couldn't have looked more creepy in that moment, dude.
It was an innocent question.
Your entire body disappeared, and you're a floating, grinning head. That's what just happened.
Man, can't even ask a guy. I talked about your brother.
Yeah, but guess
questions
what
about your
didn't
brother.
creep upon your face? That big smile, dude. I know what you're getting at. You piece of shit. Actually, Johnny, if it came to that, I would welcome it. But obviously, you know, you're doing your thing, right? You got your own situation, right? So
You're way overthinking this. I am innocent in this situation.
yeah, no, totally 100% innocent. But no, I have seen those challenges that you were referencing. I think it's good.
Would you do it?
No. Mostly because I've never been one to fall prey to peer pressure or
so
whatever, like expectations of me. I'm just gonna do whatever it is that I'm gonna do and not feel guilty about what I'm doing or not doing. You know.
So you're saving an hour a day.
Yeah.
Think of how much exercise you could do.
It's true. You're not lying. I have thought about that. And honestly, if I could wake my happy ass up at 6:45 and get up and crank out a workout or something in the morning.
You can do it, man.
Yeah.
That's been the kind of interesting thing for me in working from home, of just adjusting my morning workout schedule. So now instead of 5:30, I'm getting up at 6:30, and it's like, this is nice.
Yeah. Well, see, that's refreshing when you get to the point where it's like you get used to waking up early to do something that you enjoy, but now you get the best of both worlds, right?
I mean, I wouldn't say I enjoy it when I'm getting up. It takes me, probably 15-20 minutes into my workout before I'm like, okay, yeah, fuck, let's go, and then I start going hard.
Yeah.
But I think also part of it is my body naturally wakes up around 6.
Yeah.
Like even this morning, I woke up at 5:45, and then had that like, oh, I still have like an hour and a bit. That's the wrong math. 6:30, yeah, 5:45, 45 minutes or so. Or it's like I can still sleep, and then I was like, or should I just get up? And then I chose to go back to sleep, and it just felt like a waste of 45 minutes because I didn't really sleep.
Right.
That's why I struggle with snooze. Like, it's just, you don't really get out of it what you want, so why are you doing it?
Yeah, that's true. That you don't fall into restless or like a restful sleep unless you're spacing your, like if you hit an alarm. It's one thing if you like have alarm set up where you're like, I'm gonna wake up at 6:45, but if I don't wake up, if I choose to go back to bed, I'm gonna wake up at 7:30. Well, that's 45 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know. Is that enough? See, that was my threshold, was 45.
Yeah.
And then I was slow. Like, it was 45 minutes, and then I was like,
I think
I
they
didn't
say
really get to my workout till 7 because I was just dragging ass making coffee and shit. So.
Right. I don't know if it applies to naps or just any kind of sleep, but they say it's best to take it in 30-minute increments, I think is what I heard.
Yeah, I heard that that's a prime number for naps as well, just so that you don't get too deep into sleep and get groggy. Maybe that's what it was 45. I got deep enough. I don't know, at some point. It just didn't feel like I was sleeping. I was just kind of like tossing and turning in that gray zone.
Yeah, I think my body wakes me up around 7-ish.
Just get up and do it, Z.
You're right, man.
How's your diet been? Because let me tell you.
We're actually doing a lot better. I mean, I haven't gone out and got fast food in probably
that is
over
a perk.
A week.
We have not ordered. We ordered fast food yesterday for the first time in probably 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And it was like kind of like a treat for us because we've been, trying to just not be so wasteful during economic challenging times.
Right.
And it was really nice, but we're just doing so much fucking laundry and dishes because we're cooking all the
dishes
time.
are insane right now. Yeah, the dishes are crazy. We're running the dishwasher 2-3 times a day.
Yeah, us okay. I don't feel so bad, but like Allie and I, like on the weekend, it was just like, fuck, doing dishes again.
Yeah.
And then I was like, why are we doing so many dishes? Well, I guess like you and I are both home. Cody's home.
Yeah, all the time.
So we're like, when I go to work, I don't typically eat breakfast. Sometimes I eat breakfast.
Right.
And I don't typically eat lunch, so I'm not like always bringing containers home.
Mm-hmm.
So, a dishwasher will last us like 2 days, but
Right.
now it's like breakfast. I'll have breakfast. I'm home. Oh, I'll have lunch. I'm home.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I need a snack. I need my 2 o'clock snack, my 10 o'clock snack.
Right.
I eat a lot of snacks. Allie was laughing.
Yeah, but we've been eating a lot. We got 4 people here in the house, but 2 of them are growing, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
So they're always wanting to cram food into their mouths. But we've also we stocked up on a whole bunch of dry goods. So we've got a shit ton of rice and lentils and just so much stuff. The other day I went out and got 10 pounds of carrots. Like, I don't know how long it's going to take us to eat 10 pounds of carrots, but we have so much food in the refrigerator.
You just reminded me that I took out some frozen turkey. I know what I'm going to eat after this.
Ooh, eating some frozen turkey.
Oh, I'm going to pan fry it with some oil and a shit ton of eggs. We're making a mega scramble, Zach.
There you go. I had, speaking of eggs, last night we had, so just to give you an example of what I've been eating, which has been better. Last night we had a salad. With the salad we had, probably the worst thing in the salad was either the dressing or the bacon, but it had eggs, it had peppers, it had onion.
What kind of dressing?
It was avocado ranch. It's like it was fatty, but
it's pretty bad.
Yeah, but it's better than just eating fucking, McDonald's or whatever, But I don't know, I've been eating probably two full meals a day, maybe 3 sometimes, but like this morning I had a banana for breakfast. That was pretty much it. And
I like nanners for breakfast or an avocado.
Yeah. And
I would say, I don't typically eat out lunch. I've been a lot better the last 6 months, but I think just like, because you've said that you go to like Burger King or whatever, so just not doing that and eating whatever you are at home is infinitely better, right? So,
yeah, well, and you're saving so much money too.
Oh my god, yeah.
Don't even realize how much money you're sinking into eating out until you're just not doing it, and you're like, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna pay the full balance on my internet this month. Like, I'm not gonna sit with any back pay or whatever. Plus that's sort of a priority now. Like, it's.
Yeah.
You gotta have the internet, so I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and pay the thing off,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, not eating out makes a huge difference.
Yeah.
Which reminds me, I need to follow up with Visa for the fake Uber Eats scam thing.
Explain.
My Uber Eats account got hacked.
Oh.
And I didn't know, but then, so I was getting these notifications. I told you I was getting hacked on my watch, right?
Oh, yeah.
I'm pretty sure it was the people using my Uber Eats. Because Allie and I were like going through like our banking, preparing for taxes. And then I was like ripping through my credit card statement. I don't normally look at it. I was like, this seems weird.
Just a bunch of Uber Eats.
Well, I saw one Uber Eats and I was like, we weren't ordering food. We've been pretty good. But then I couldn't remember. And then I was like scrolling. I'm like, oh, there's another one. And it was like weird. And it ended up being Uber Eats San Francisco.
Oh, weird.
So there were a bunch of charges for Uber Eats San Francisco that I didn't catch. So now I have to fucking call and go through and be like, I don't live in San Francisco.
Right. Wasn't there. I wonder how that works. Like, how do you dispute that and then like get them to take it off? I wonder if you have to provide some sort of.
I think they're pretty good. Well, one area, we were in Costa Rica, so I can send them my plane ticket.
Right.
And then the other ones, like, I was here working, so.
Right. Well,
I don't think they'd be that. I don't think Visa would be that hard. I just have to physically call, and I'm lazy. I'm just so busy. Like, working from home, I do so much shit because I'm bored.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh yeah, let's work.
Yeah.
And I'm over caffeinated because I'm just making coffee all the goddamn time.
Yeah.
And I just rip through work, and then I wake up and it's like 6, like today.
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
I've been.
Guess I should.
Yeah. Sorry.
I don't know. I was gonna say I guess I should stop. I don't know.
Yeah. I've been ripping through laundry. I feel like we've basically caught up with laundry, which is something I didn't think was possible.
I mopped the floor. It's not possible unless you plan on going one full day naked.
I guess it's true.
Just so you know, I spent a lot of time thinking about this. I mopped the floors on Friday.
Yeah.
And then I mopped the floors again on Sunday because I was like, oh fuck, I guess I'll just do this again.
I got an excess of Pine Sol here that I'm just looking to get rid of.
Well,
so.
the dogs were in the backyard and one of them had a little bit of mud on their paws.
Sure.
So there was like a couple of muddy, not like very faint footprints you could only see in the certain light to their kennels. Right. And I was like, oh fuck. So I mopped those up and I was like, oh well, same thing with the bike. I was like, well, if I did that part, I should do this part. And then I was just like, I just did the whole fucking main floor. And Allie was like, what? Why are you, what? And I was like, I don't know. I'm in the fucking zone.
I'm in the zone. Get out of here. You're ruining my vibe. I'm in the zone.
I'm so restless, Zach, that like I can't touch. If I touch anything right now, it's just like 100% attention and that's it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, you've got all this energy you're not able to release at jiu-jitsu, right? And
Zach, I almost didn't do this podcast today because I went to the garage to check on something, and then I started fiddle fucking with the wiring and started like undoing some clips and like this, and then Cody was there and he was like looking at me and he's like, "Are you going back in?" And I was like, "How much time do I have? Can I just stay a little bit longer?" And then I was like, "No, don't do it. Don't do it. Get your ass in the house." And Allie laughed. She's like, "Oh, I wasn't expecting to see you until like 4 a.m."
Yeah. By the way, fiddle fucking has to be something on like X and XX, right? Like that's got to be a.
I said it again. I forgot about last week. I feel like this has just been a longer version of last week, and I feel bad. We talked about the same shit.
Yeah, but I feel like it's just sort of going to be a chronicling of our slow descent into madness. You know,
that's true. You ever think like 100 years from now, 150 years from now, 200 years, they're going to find these episodes, and it's going to be like a piece of history?
If this podcast is ever
the slow descension of these two guys' minds,
some
we're gonna be in psychological textbooks in the future.
Yeah, exactly. All right, you guys are gonna want to listen to jumbled episodes 150 to 155. Witness over a month and a week, see how long it takes for two guys to just completely lose their shit. Here in 3 weeks, we're just going to be like babbling. It's not going to be anything. What happened this week? The same shit. Just like angry.
Fuck.
We got to find some good shit to talk about, man. That's the thing. It's like the world's just so shut down right now. Like even the news. Like, it's all.
I don't even read the news anymore.
I know, but it's all coronavirus, right? Like, there's not anything else that anybody's talking about. Nothing.
Thank you, coronavirus, for stopping murders.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. And murdering, but also stopping them.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like murders, stopping murders.
Yeah. Well, that's true.
From happening.
Yeah, but the virus itself is taking people.
That's true.
So it's sort of murdering it itself.
Does it balance out? But I get you. But like, yeah, there's like nothing else is going on in the world that we should maybe be talking about or sharing or considering.
Right. So it's sort of just like, what do we talk about? No sports. Sports are canceled.
Yeah, that's true.
They even. Well, here's some news. The Japan Olympics is postponed for a year.
That's true. Which makes sense. I get it. The real question is, will they do the next one 3 years after?
I would
Or
think
4?
they would probably.
Will it completely disrupt the future of the Olympics?
Yeah, they're going to say, this is the point when the Olympics started going to odd-numbered years.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I think they'll probably go back to they'll do a 3-year, I would think.
Yeah.
And they'll turn back, because it's already been determined, right?
I mean, no one wants to fucking do them.
It's been determined, though. Like,
Yeah.
three Olympics out, right? Like, I don't know what it is for...
That's true. That's fair. Yeah.
But
okay.
they've already gone through and talked about it. So I assume that these places have already started getting infrastructure in place to be able to handle the Olympics in 4 years or whatever.
I am really bummed because I love the Summer Olympics.
Yeah,
I
like
them
it
more
better
than winter.
Yeah, I like them more than winter too.
And it would be awesome for them to be on while I was in quarantine. I could just watch them.
Yeah, you know what? Just slap a mask on them. Just Summer Olympics.
Put them in the biodome.
Yeah, Summer Olympics, but everybody's just wearing masks. Why can't you do that? You know?
Yeah.
Just put them all in masks.
Just build a fucking biodome and shove them in there, and then they're good.
Yeah, they got to walk through the little breezeway where they just spray them with whatever chemicals.
Yeah.
You know? And that
they're good.
Disinfects them, and they come out in there, and then you hear like faint chants through like whatever, a foot of glass, right? You hear faint chants from the outside. It's like
a foot of glass. Holy shit!
No, dude, they're not fucking around, man. It's almost like they're trying to keep, like, that's the epicenter of the disease, right? And they're just trying.
Okay.
They're trying to do everything they can to make sure it doesn't come out. By the way, talking about Doomsday, I don't know exactly where it is, but there is a place in America. It might not be in America, but it's like in the side of a mountain. It goes like 400, 500 yards into a mountain.
Mm-hmm.
And they have like seeds for everything. Like all plants have, I wish so much that I could remember what this place is called.
Where did you learn about this and why?
I've seen a documentary on it. Hold on. I'm going to look it up now because I can't remember what it's called.
That's interesting. So jumping quickly back while you look that up,
yep.
Did you see did you hear that the UFC is keeping the Tony Ferguson and Khabib Nurmagomedov? I can't say that name.
No, I did
fight
not
going.
see that. I did not see that. When was that scheduled for?
It's April 18th.
Okay, so they're a little less than a month out.
Yeah. But like all sporting events are canceled, and they're canceling other events or moving them.
I wish so much. I'm sorry to interrupt you. I wish
okay.
so much that they will have the fight, but have nobody in attendance.
That's what they're doing.
It's just gonna be a fight and no crowd.
It's just the fighters, ref, judge, and like their coaching.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
dude, that's gonna be great. I'll watch that.
I don't know how I feel about it. On one hand, it's going to be insane, but I also think about it like the crowd behind you is a huge motivating factor.
Sure.
But it could also be a distraction. So it's going to be real. Like this is unprecedented, at least in the UFC, right? Like at this level,
right? That's what I was really looking forward to, and I was hoping that, I knew it was getting bad when the NCAA said, March Madness isn't a thing anymore, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Because when that shut down, I was like, holy shit, like this is big. But, you know, they were thinking that, okay, we'll still have March Madness, but we'll just shut down access to the games. Nobody will be able to come.
And then a bunch of NBA players start getting sick.
Right. Well, and there was that
microphones.
That one dude just touching all the shit, and then he was positive for it, and you're like, what a fucking asshole, you know? But yeah, I knew shit was getting pretty crazy when that started happening. So that'll be pretty crazy to see a sporting event with. I don't know that I've ever seen a sporting event with zero crowd.
Yeah, it's a full card too. Like they're all like. Everyone's getting paid. which I appreciate that
Yeah.
they're like, I don't know. I mean, I'm assuming they're going to pay concession staff too,
Yeah.
just to have nothing there, but just be like, whatever. But they think it's going to be like a huge, like it's going to attract people who normally wouldn't pay for a pay-per-view.
Yeah.
Because they don't care about the UFC.
Just
but
to watch the spectacle, yeah.
People are going to be really disgusted by it. Because you're going to hear the punches.
Oh, yeah. You're going to hear
Although I guess they're
dude.
going to have like casters over top, so
yeah.
But you'll still hear
You'll hear it all. You'll hear the bodies hitting the mat and
yeah. I think I talked about it, but when I took Allie to an MMA event, and I mean there were 4,000 people in the crowd, so like not huge, but pretty big, and even then you could still hear. Maybe it wasn't 4,000. 4,000 might be a lot. I don't know. It was pretty big.
That's crazy. And
you could still, like, a guy got kicked and you could just, Ali was like, oh, that's what that sounds like. Mm-hmm. Yep. So it's going to be weird. But yeah, I think it's going to do incredible pay-per-views and they'll probably charge more for it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And not because they need to, but because they can, right? I think anybody right now is probably looking for a way to set themselves apart, and this is definitely going to do that.
So so this is based on an average arena being 15,000 people, which I think the ones they go to are maybe a little bit bigger. Mm-hmm. And that the cheapest ticket that I could find was $400 for the McGregor fight. And that was a big one. They're not typically all that much. So if we say 15,000 people and say the average ticket price is 500, because you'll have some that are like multi-thousand, right? So if we say 500, that's about $7.5 million in gate that they would have to make up.
Dude, that's nuts.
Maybe it's probably more like 10 plus sponsorships and but I don't know if they'd make it up in pay-per-views, but it's gonna make money because pay-per-views, they sell like 1 million pay-per-views, right?
Yeah. We'll see, dude. By the way, the place I was talking about is called the Svalbard Global Seed Vault. It's in Norway.
In Norway.
Yep. That's
pretty sick. Is it a documentary on Netflix?
I'll have to find it.
I would be so into watching about like why did they do this? How did they do this? All the I'm fucking into it. Give me this. Give it to me now.
So the mission of this place is to provide a safety net against accidental loss of diversity in traditional gene banks. So some shit gets fucked up, mass wildfire completely decimates an entire sector of plants or whatever. They've got a seed.
So it's not just farming, it's like
no, it's everything. They've got seeds for everything.
I thought it was like just farming for like agriculture, but no, if it's like everything. So we have dandelion seeds.
Yeah.
Why would you keep those?
They've got everything, dude. It's sort of like how the CDC has every strain of disease.
Yeah, that's fair. You know what else I'm really bummed about? Not even though I wasn't flying to Kansas, but when I was looking at it, was I was so ready for us to seed bomb fucking Joe's lawn and garden.
Dude, yeah, I forgot all about that. We were gonna.
Oh my god! When I was like, "Hey, will you drive me?" I was like, "We gotta do this."
Yeah, yeah. It doesn't matter if it's a little bit out of the way. We'll drive towards downtown just to
do it,
just to drive by.
I haven't Joe, honestly this is a warning. If you listen to this episode, you tell me. I won't say anything, or I won't do it. But we know you ain't listening, so.
Jonny, listen. I know
October, man.
Jonny
it won't
said
matter, but October it's happening.
Jonny said he's got a guy for everything, and listen, Johnny's not below paying for people to do stuff, and I'm not below being paid to do things, even if you are a family.
Oh my god, I will pay you to do this.
Okay, yeah, I'll let you know. I'll start gathering up some dandies,
No, I mean, Dandy's great, but like, I want you to just go to Home Depot, go to the garden center, and just buy, 6 packs of random flowers, and just fairy dust the motherfucker.
Oh, all over the place. Not even
what?
in like a garden area, just like the middle of his yard, just have a random flower to shoot up.
Yeah, you got to focus on the gardens first,
Yeah.
but then whatever you have left over, just lawn or wherever.
Dude, yes. I will
How much do I got to pay you to do this? $50?
I think for the amount of shit that I'm gonna catch for it,
He's not gonna know it was you.
He's here in a month and a half. He will, once he listens to the podcast.
He's not listening anymore.
That's true. He probably isn't listening anymore.
He's too busy being a dad and doing those things.
No, he's dadding it up, man. He's dadding it up. That's his Snapchat
so
in and of itself. Call it 75. We got a deal, because I'm gonna have to go buy seed and stuff like that.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was thinking 50 plus expenses, but 75 flat 75 works for me.
Deal.
Oh my god, I need video proof
before you send the money. Yeah,
better be substantial seeding, and I'll tip you more if you like actually poke holes and plant them, so he doesn't like just vacuum his dirt up.
Yeah, at night, just like fucking sneak into his yard and just push a little. Fucking. Oh my god, dude. That needs to happen.
In the fall, when I'm coming down for homecoming, we're just going to plant a bunch of potatoes in his...
You hate us so much, dude. Is this a goddamn potato plant?
I'm just going to bury potatoes in his garden. I don't know if they'll make it. Don't care. At some point, he's going to find them.
Oh, at least one of them will probably make it.
I'll make sure they're sprouting already, so they have a little bit of a fighting chance. But yeah, we're planting potatoes.
That's hilarious, dude. Oh God. I don't want to talk about gardening, but I have We've started composting some stuff.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah, so that's and then wifey just went out and got a bunch of seeds. This past week some point. We haven't planted anything, but maybe it'll be maybe I'll pick up the green thumb too, and then you can pay some other asshole to come by my yard, and
I'm gonna pay Joe to do you.
Just pitting Oxley against Oxley, dude.
Oh, classic battle.
And you're up in Canada, just evil fingers, just
laughing.
I love it, dude. All right. Well, hey, Johnny, we've been going for over an hour, good sir.
Oh, shit.
Hey, guess what didn't happen?
What?
Your Audacity didn't crash, as far as I know.
Oh, my... Don't fucking say that.
We've been going for over an hour. I think we're okay at this point, right?
Now it's going to crash now at the very end.
Your favorite podcast, and then it's going to crash right there. All right. So I'm going to cut it off here. Sound good?
All right, sounds good. Buddy.
You got some turkey to eat. So.
Oh, I'm so excited for turkey.
All right, dudes. Well, if you're as stir crazy as we are, then you've come to the right spot. We have over 150 other episodes that you can go through and listen to and enjoy.
We also accept fan mail.
So, what was that?
Fan mail.
Yeah, absolutely.
Send us an email.
Yeah, send emails to jumbledpodcast@gmail.com or johnny.jumbled@gmail.com if you're new here. Johnny likes dick pics in his inbox, so we've talked about it before. We need to get back on that. You guys are slacking on the dick pics, and frankly, it's sort of disappointing. And I don't like using that language towards our friends and our listeners, but sort of disappointing. And I say that in a very parental way. You know how when you were a kid and your parents say, "I'm not mad, I'm just disappointed." How it just hit you a different way.
Absolutely.
That's what I'm hoping is going to happen for our listeners.
I cope with that now, and by saying, I'm just assuming you're disappointed in yourself for not being better at managing me.
I love it. check us out on all social media at Jumbled Podcast. Head over to iTunes, give us a 5-star rating and review. Let us know what you love about the podcast, and if you hate something, then just leave that shit off there, because that's what our
need that
emails
negativity.
for. That's what our emails for. We reserve that for our inboxes, so go ahead and send that over there.
At least let us defend it first.
Exactly. Don't go flying off the handle and give us a 1-star rating because you didn't like one episode because we're in quarantine. Okay? It's you gotta judge us based on more than just one episode. So also head over to audibletrial.com/jumbled and get your free 30-day trial and a free audiobook. Also head over to patreon.com/jumbled. Pay $500 and get Jonny and I an address that will video record and put up on Patreon for everybody to witness. And that's it. Jonny, I wish you luck in this coming week, and I hope that...
It's going to be a tough one.
Yep, I hope you don't end up this coming weekend at some point staying up until 5 a.m. doing God knows what. But
it's highly likely it's going to be motorcycle shit. I'm thinking about it right now. Like, can I do that wiring tonight?
Yeah, there's an internal battle that's happening.
Oh, I did order a bunch of spools of wire. It's tempting.
Hey Jonny, just know that in those moments where you're up and you're a lunatic, send me some snaps or something of it. Of your craziness. And
I've been trying to post more.
I am notoriously bad for posting on Snapchat, but
I don't really post on Snapchat, but if that's the best way to keep you engaged, I'll do it.
IG,
just for you.
whatever you want to do, it doesn't matter. I look at you on IG more than I do anywhere else. So, anyway,
so you saw all my craziness.
Oh, I saw it. Yeah, I saw it. And you had one today too, right? You had something you posted earlier today, I think.
I think it was me wrestling with the doggos.
Oh, yeah.
I called them my vicious ankle biters.
Gotcha. Yeah, well, days are sort of melding into each other, so what I might be talking about is something that was from yesterday, or maybe even 2 days ago. I have no idea. Earlier, my daughter said, "It's Wednesday, right?" And I said,
I don't know.
I'm not sure what day it is. And I had to really think about it for a second, and I was like, no, it's Tuesday. But that's just the world we're living in, man. We're all going to forget what day it is, and the Gregorian calendar is going to melt, and it's not going to mean anything. And
every day is today.
It's true. Every day is today, and the next day will be tomorrow.
One big day. That's what I want.
Yep. One big day. 525,600 minutes in one day. That's what I want. And then next year will also be the same day.
Yeah, exactly.
In perpetuity, just living the same day. All right, guys. We'll see you guys next week for another episode of Jumbled, your favorite podcast.
About slowly going crazy.
Oh my God.
Together.
It's happening, man. I'm telling you, it's a slow descent into madness, but it is definitely going to happen. And I'm looking forward to, in 100 years, somebody listening to this and being able to document just how crazy we went during the coronavirus pandemic.
It's the best work we've ever done, Zach.
We'll see you guys next week.
Recording.
Confirmed. Perfect.
Can confirm. Oh yeah, this is how we're doing it. This is how we're doing it.
I'm wondering what's happening under that blanket personally, but that's just me.
You don't want to know, Zach. Let me get right in.
Unspeakable things. All right, here we go.